Welcome to Echoes of Enlightenment, where we talk about spirituality, life lessons, and overall self-development. On today's episode, we'll be talking about behind the veil. So one part of your spiritual awakening would be being able to see behind the veil. And behind the veil is an eagle's bird eye view of the new world that you stepped into. Before, everything you see would be just the 3D, the basic surface level 3D. But when you see behind the veil, you get a whole different perspective on life and how things work. And you'll also be shown different things about your life and what's going on in your present life. But the way it works is not how you think it would. For you to be shown something that's behind the veil, you have to be in the vicinity. You have to be in the area on your own. You have to get close to what will be revealed on your own before it's unmasked. And the reason why is because the stuff that's unveiled will always knock your socks off. It's always something, it's in the area that you're in, but it's way deeper. And what I mean by that, for an example, say somebody's going to show you, hey, I got a surprise for you. You're like, oh, what's the surprise? Well, I'll give you some hints. Has 2 wings. And you're like, oh, 2 wings. Okay, a bird, maybe, I don't know. It flies through the air. You're like, okay, I think I got it. Well, what is it? Now that you're in the area, you're like, a plane, an airplane. We're going on a trip. Then what would be revealed from the universe would be like, well, I bought you a private jet. And you're like, wait, what? Yeah, let's go look at it. This is a private jet. Wait, you're mind boggled. You're extremely mind boggled because you were in the area. Yeah, an airplane. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, you can go flying on trips, right? But did you actually think it was a private jet? No, you didn't. You're close, but no. That's how some of the things that will be revealed, as long as you're in the area. And the reason why you need to be in the area is because when some of this stuff that's presented to you, it's so sometimes hard to handle. First of all, anything that will be presented behind the veil will be something that you can definitely handle. You will not be handed anything that you can't handle. But to soften the blow, you have to kind of already be in the area. Because you can't just imagine somebody being like, hey, I got a surprise for you. You're like, well, what is that? Look outside. You look outside and it's a private jet. Or they blindfold you and just take you somewhere and you pull up to a runway and it's a private jet. Oh, dang, you rented a private jet? No, this is yours. Somebody might have a heart attack. They cannot believe that this is actually happening. That's why you gotta be in the area, like give somebody a few hints. You gotta kind of get there on your own. Because as you get close to what's behind the veil, that means these are some lessons that you've kind of learned on your own to get in the area. And then once the universe realizes, okay, this person's kind of getting close to this, let's go on ahead and show them the truth. And it's always something that you just didn't see coming. Even that you were kind of in the area, it's always way more. There's so much stuff that's hidden behind the veil. But it's never too much. It's never too much that you can't handle. But it will definitely make you question sometimes your whole life. It'll make you question some of your relationships with your family. You'll question friendships you've been in for 25 years, 10 years. You will see stuff from a different perspective that's there to help you realize that the path that you're on is not necessarily the right way, or these people might not be as good, because you don't see it yourself. You're blinded until you wake up, and then you're like, oh my God. Then sometimes you don't even realize how you actually survived hanging around certain people, places, or things. After you wake up to see what was really going on, after things that have been shown to you, you wonder, like, how did I make it through this life? And the reason why you've made it through this life is your spiritual team has been fighting these battles in the background and watching out for you. But now, after you've awakened, and you're able to see things, on your own, and you're starting to learn more, you have to act accordingly to these new things, these new revelations that you've encountered. Now you have to operate from this new way of life, because you've been shown the truth. And you might not want to believe what that truth is. But at the end of the day, it's still the truth. So you have to now, if it's something, one of your friends or family members might have done, or just whatever it shows you behind the veil, if you don't act accordingly, like maybe cut off that relationship or whatever it is, because you've now realized what's really been going on, then you're going to have to learn the hard lessons on your own. You're going to have to learn. Because it's been shown. A lot of people are like, oh, I just wish I know. Just be straight up be straightforward with me. The universe will be straightforward way more than you think you can handle or way more than you would be asking for. It will show you the real deal. And now you have to be like, okay, well, if this is what's going on, now I gotta make the right decision with my own free will. And if you continue down the path knowing it's the wrong way, then you're going to have to suffer the consequences. And behind the veil is just say the majority of everything you know in your life is something way deeper than you even know. And the only way you'll really truly kind of understand is after your spiritual awakening. You kind of have to go through this experience, this spiritual awakening, for this to make total sense. Because just hearing it from somebody who hasn't might be like, oh, what is this guy talking about? That's pretty much like, that's how it is. Just like if a rocket engineer was talking about how he builds rockets. These are two totally different subjects, but if he was talking about that or she was talking about that, you would have no clue. But another engineer that works on rockets would understand perfectly. So that's just what I'm saying is like, this subject is geared towards other people that have had an awakening and that are kind of reaching out, trying to figure out or seeking out and trying to figure out what's going on, and really so you don't feel alone. So so I like to talk about these situations so you will have a better understanding and you don't feel like you're going through this thing alone. But yeah, behind the veil, get ready. Just get ready. Get ready for some massive changes in your life. And no matter how crazy or challenging they are, they're all there to help you to be the best version of yourself. That's what they're there for you to not be walking the wrong way. To keep you on the path to your purpose and to become the best version of yourself. But until next time.